Now, once again, speaking of Adam Wingard, I promise this is the last Adam Wingard story we've got this week, but the guy's just all over the place with the success of King or Godzilla vs. Kong, so he's kind of got his pick of what he wants to do next, and it seems like he's made that decision. Warner Brothers has been sitting on the film rights to cult cartoon series Thundercats for over a decade, and it looks like there's finally movement on their long-in-development feature film. Debuting in 1985, the sci-fi fantasy cartoon focused on a group of cat-like humanoids that had adventures on an alien planet called Third Earth. The original run of the show had a very unique look, as the animation was handled by a studio in Japan and was essentially an anime written by Americans. The studio has decided to give Godzilla vs. Kong director Adam Wingard a crack at making the feature film, as reported by Deadline. Wingard is attached to direct and will rewrite an existing script from David Cogshaw with his writing partner Simon Barrett. However, Thundercats won't be a live-action adaptation, as they'll be instead mixing traditional animation with CGI. This is a long time coming, as other cartoons from the same era, such as Transformers, G.I. Joe, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, have already been mined as studio blockbusters. Deadline also spoke with the filmmaker in a separate interview where he revealed how he approached Warner Brothers about making Thundercats after delivering Godzilla vs. Kong. I'm in a place where Godzilla vs. Kong has gone well with Warner Brothers. They loved the movie as we were wrapping it. He said, "I heard there was a Thundercats script out there, and it happened to be set up with some of my producers on Death Note." Well, good thing that Death Note thing is coming, going to do some positive stuff for him, apparently. I asked them, "I want to rewrite this script with my friend Simon Barrett. This is a huge passion thing for me. Nobody on this planet knows or has thought as much about Thundercats as I have. They gave me the reins." He continued to reveal that what attracted him to the project: "I saw this as an opportunity to do a new type of fantasy sci-fi spectacle film that people have never seen before. It's got a rich mythology, the characters are fantastic, the colors. I want to do a Thundercats film that takes you back to the 80s aesthetic. I don't want to reinvent the way they look. I want them to look like the Thundercats." That's great. Oh, he's also, by the way, he's working on on the Face Off sequel that I reported on a few weeks back, a couple of months back. So this guy's just got he's got a full slate. I was a big fan of Thundercats when I was a kid, but it's been a long time since I've actually seen the Thundercats. There you go. But it's been a long time since I've seen Thundercats, and I remember really liking it. I remember a lot of the details about it, I suppose, but I'd be down for going to see this. But the Thundercats themselves, while I was a fan, and it'd be great to go back and have like go down that nostalgia road with the show or movie or whatever. What really draws me to this and makes me happy about this is the fact that he's saying he is such a fan and this is a passion thing, and he doesn't want to change, reinvent the wheel when it comes to the Thundercats. He wants to tell more Thundercat stories and transport us back to those 80s Thundercats. I think that's great. They talked about using traditional animation and CGI. I would assume that what they're meaning there is like, you see that maybe not the characters are probably going to be traditional animation, because changing the characters to CGI seems like it would be a bit of sacrilege in these types of situations, and it doesn't sound like that's the direction he's going. But maybe like the vehicles or some of the backdrops and things, like some of the things that they interact with, maybe CGI. I see that sometimes, like with what was the one with Matt Damon, Titan AE. They did a lot of that there, where you got CGI elements with the traditional animation. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the direction that he's going with this and what he's talking about. But we don't have a lot here. He's apparently working on the script now. He said it was after he got the reins, or had them handed over to him after Godzilla vs. Kong came out. So that was just a week or two ago. So it's still fresh. He's working on a script. But I got, like I said in the previous two stories concerning Wingard, I got some faith in the guy. He's making some real good moves. And just having passion for something and truly loving it. And he's already shown that the guy knows how to make a film. And he clearly doesn't want to make it live action, because I feel like a lot of live action adaptations of previously animated shows or movies or whatever, a lot of times they're just doing it just to do it. They're just doing live action so they can say, hey, we did live action. There's no point to it. Here, what he wants to do is he wants to tell Thundercats stories. He wants to make a Thundercats movie, and he's making it animated. And I think that's really cool because, we've heard for 20 years, you've seen the mock-ups and stuff like Brad Pitt as Lionor. I think his name is Lionor, some whatever, the main character, and things like that. People have been wanting this thing, live action or otherwise, for decades now, and it sounds like we're finally going to get it. And thankfully, we're going to get it from somebody who's not just wanting to kind of get a cash grab. We're going to get it from someone who truly does love the Thundercats. There's another story I read concerning this where he said he wrote a 270-page script back in the day for a Thundercats movie, and when he was a kid and got made fun of and everything. So I think that's kind of funny because all those kids that made fun of him now or back then, he should look all them kids up now and be like, hey, remember that time you made fun of my Thundercats script? Fuck you. What are you, like, Bill in accounting now? I make motherfucking movies, bitch. I would totally do that. But you know what? I'm petty as fuck. Anyway, if you're a Thundercats fan, you got some good shit coming your way. Probably, I don't know if it's going to be hand-drawn or not, but at some time in the future, the Thundercats are finally coming back.
Thanks for checking out this clip from the Jarcast Movie Podcast. If you like this and want more, then check out the Jacob Anders Review YouTube channel, where you can also find movie reviews every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. You can also listen to the entire podcast on all major podcasting platforms such as Spotify, Google, and iTunes. So if you prefer audio, whichever one is your preferred, check it out there. Once again, I really appreciate it, and thanks for watching. And as always, stay sexy, YouTube.